How's it going, everyone? Nico Phoenix here, and today we're going to talk about Legends of Tomorrow Season 7, Episode 4, titled Speak Easy Does It. Well, this episode was a very interesting one. Okay, let's see. Let's start with Astra and Spooner, right? Astra, Spooner, and Gideon. They sneak onto a train, meet a singer named Maud, get her to fire her manager, because he was literally extorting them. Once they're off the train, Maud gets a telegram from her boyfriend, who turns out to be a mobster, one Astra knows very, very well. Now, this mobster happens to have a very interesting fear. He's afraid of being covered by the spooters. Millions of tiny spooters all over. I'm gonna stop describing his fear right now because, oh my lord, I don't want to hurt any of my viewers. Anyway, now, we find out that Maud is gonna be found dead that day, or around that time in 1925. And so Astra's like, no, we gotta save her. Fuck the timeline. Which, to be fair, I agree. Fuck the timeline. You gotta help your friends out. Astra convinces Maud to disappear. Gideon sneaks off and pretends to be Maud and sings. And oh my lord, Gideon has pipes on her. That was amazing. Anyway. Of course, when Rob, our not so friendly neighborhood spooter fearing mobster, confronts them and is like, wait, where's my girl? Blah blah blah. And he's like, I'll make you pay for this. He's like, oh really? Look, where I'm from, we have a way of. And then Spooner, by the way, is now a full-on telepath, and while they're talking, Spooner's literally like telepathically making the mobster dude, whose name is Rob, by the way. I don't know why his name is Rob, but okay. Hey, 1925, man. Literally, she's making him experience his greatest fear as her and Astra are describing it. And oh my, and the guy's like, the guy's just like he's literally about to have like a panic attack, which is just like, he's getting really uncomfy. Of course, we don't know if the threat sticks or not, you know. But hey. And okay, now Maud's friend, fellow masquerade bandmate, goes and tells our group that the Bullet Blondes were in a store. She names the name of the store and whatnot, and so Astra runs off to the store. Now, unfortunately, we have to cut here, right? Rewind, and boom. The Legends, Team A, for lack of a better way of phrasing it, because, you know, the captains are with Team A, and, you know, they're the captains. The lovely newlyweds. Take Ford's car and come into Chicago. They stop by a wig store where, unfortunately, the owner is one of them. You know, the bigot. You know, he's the big dumb. He's racist, right? You know, aka the big dumb. Because if you're racist, you are the big dumb. I say this as a white guy in America. If you are racist, let's continue on with it. Sexist, homophobic, transphobic, whatever. You are the very big dumb. You are not only the very big dumb, you are the biggest dumb. You're also the worst type of human. Like, bro, let people live. Anyway. Store owner dude is, you know, the biggest dumb, as I just got finished explaining. And is ignoring Zari. And then, Sarah's like, hey, my friend asked you a question. He's like, oh, sorry, I didn't know he was with you. Because, you know, again, he is the biggest dumb. At least he's not sexist. Like, he's still racist, so he's still the biggest dumb, but you know, he's not sexist. And he's like, we only got two in the back. You know, he's like, we need Bob's, blah blah blah. We got two in the back. We got three in the back. Brunette, redhead, and blonde. They're like, no blonde. We'll take the other two, and they go off, right? And then, unfortunately, they're about to leave, but for the police are coming in. He's like, all right, you're gonna help us. You're gonna help us escape. He's like, you give me triple wholesale, and he pretty much wipes them clean. They run off and they meet a dude, a very nice gentleman, well, he's black. So I'm like, how do I say this without triggering the racists? And I'm like, wait, I don't care about triggering the racists. A very nice black gentleman. Who's like, what's the password? And they're trying to figure out the password. He's like, swordfish. They're just guessing random words, and then Zari goes off on a rant about how they're like spending time trying to guess a password. And he's like, you guess the password. The dude comes in. He's like, hey, you guessed the password. Come on in. He's like, what? The password was password. Password is both the most secure and the most insecure password on the planet. Mainly because no one's gonna guess password, but also it is such a simple password. Anyway, they go in. Turns out the dude's name is Eddie. It's a speakeasy that caters to people of all types. Right? Now, unfortunately, the legends need money, and so Sarah decides to use their unlimited supply of booze to make some money. This causes the mobster, a mobster we've met. Well, we haven't met them yet in the timeline of the actual episode, but I've described them already. It's Rob. Rob shows up and shoots Eddie. And now they get, or he at least beats him up. It looks like he got shot, but I'm pretty sure he just got like, you know, like fisticuffs beat up. Oh, the symbols on my ring don't show up. They're on the inside right now. That's funny. And so when Zari finds them and they ask who did this, he's like, he looks at the bull bonds and is like, you did. Okay. He tells them you did, and so Zari feels really guilty. Gotta help him. Can whatever is eating up my CPU just stop for 5 minutes? And Zari feels guilty, and she's like, no, we're gonna help this dude out. And so they plan to use the other dimensional hideaway to help get Eddie back on his feet, which does succeed. They're using the main attraction of said hideaway is the Bullet Blondes. Now, while Sarah and Ava are dancing and having a time of their lives. By the way, this is overlaid with Gideon's voice, and like I said, this woman's got pipes on her. Like, oh my goodness, I did not know Gideon could sing that well. Although it makes sense, she's a computer. So, yeah. Things are normal, I guess. But yeah, so Hoover shows up. Hoover and gang show up. Now, unfortunately, his gang tries to go in without the password, and so Nate is like, excuse me, password please? Like, right? Like, he just stops them. He's like, excuse me, password please? So a fight breaks out where Gary's trying to convince Nate to tell like OG Zari how he feels and like to go all in on a relationship, and I'm like, Gary, now's not the time. Like, while I'm watching this, I'm like, Gary, now is not the time. Now, anyway, they end up winning the fight, and Sarah and Ava catch Robo Hoover, which, by the way, I didn't know Hoover was a robot. They didn't teach me that in history class. But cool. I guess robots exist. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, they capture him like mid dance and shit, and it's like, I'm like, yo, this is pretty badass. Let's go, Sarah and Ava. Anyway, the song ends as the two kiss, and everyone's like, and so Ava turns and is like, "We're not sisters," and then everyone's like, "Wow!" They start cheering because, like, all-inclusive club goers, right? All-inclusive means that they don't mind, women kissing women, which is weird for 1925 because I'm pretty sure that would have got them lynched in reality. But hey, what do I know? I didn't live in 1925, or did I? Anyway, that ends with them being captured. And oh, by the way, Gary is the only one on the outside now. He has taken the key and left. We find this out after Astra finds Zari's phone, which right before the fight broke out in John's hideaway, had slipped off, and everyone kept kicking it around, and apparently got kicked around so much it exited the room, which is hilarious. Anyway, Zari's like, "Look, I got nothing on this robot, dude. You're gonna need a different Zari." And then taps the totem, and whoosh, OG Zari is back. And she's like, "Ooh, what did I miss?" And that's where the episode ends. I do find it interesting. This episode was really interesting, and I did not think just talking about it would hit 11 minutes. I actually thought it was like, oh, not much happens this episode. It'll be a short video, it's fine. Apparently, a lot happened, including a little mini rant, although that was like maybe 20 seconds. Still over 10 minutes. But yeah, this episode was pretty interesting. They captured Robot Hoover, which, what happened to not breaking the timeline? Anyway, I can't wait to see what OG Zari does with Robot Hoover. But yeah, overall it's a good episode. I'm hoping that the legends go back together, warnings and whatnot. The whole we're split 3 and everyone like 3 have split off because they got left behind or whatever. But it's a good plot line at least. Next episode apparently is a doozy and a half. I saw the thumbnail for the promo because I was an idiot who went on YouTube. Anyway, tell me what you guys thought of the episode down in the comment section down below. That's gonna be it for this video. If you guys haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys next time, and as always, stay bright. Oh, 80 plus minute Supergirl series finale video going up next Wednesday. I'm gonna say that for all the videos this week leading up, because look, man, it's a live reaction. It's probably gonna get me copyright striked. I want to get as many views as I can before it gets taken down. Anyway, bye.